Hello, hello. How are you? It's coffee chat time with me, Catherine Oster. Grateful for all of you that are watching this live and in the future. Hello. So, as you can see, I have a totally different backdrop going on here today. This is a picture that I actually got from my grandma. Let me show you. There it is. Picture that I got from my grandma. Let me see, maybe I can adjust my... There we go. Look at that. I'm in the mountains. It's so great. A picture that I got from my grandma quite a few years ago, actually. My grandma, in 13. And I think she gave it to me before then. I kind of think she gave it to me like around 2008, maybe. That kind of pops. She was giving stuff away before she died. Actually, when she had to move from her house into a smaller home at the lodge, she knew that transition was going to be happening. And so she started giving us, giving out her things to grandkids, her kids, family and friends as she kind of cleaned out her house. So it hasn't been up for a while. I actually forgot that I had it until I started cleaning my office space. And so this video might sound different because this office space, this room, is so much emptier now that I'm organizing it and getting it all set up. Now, I do not have a desk as of yet. However, it's coming. I've asked for one to show up, and I wonder what that one will be. And so, yeah. But I hung this picture yesterday. I really like it. So, what I want to chat about with you guys today is letting go of control. I've been doing this 30-day challenge called the Daily Dose, Out of Control. And what we're doing is we're running this energetic clearing, 2 different clearings actually, 30 times a day for 30 days. And what these energetic clearings do is they bring up energies, whatever limitations, points of view, decisions, judgments, and conclusions that you have about controlling things in your life, letting go of that, running the clearing statement, allowing things to change in your life by you being a different way. That's kind of like, as good as I can explain as the change occurs. And using the Access Consciousness clearing statement, which is right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds, this energetic magic wand to clear energies. And so we're almost done the 30 days. And what has really shown up for me in this last 30 day with this challenge is where I've let go of control even more in my life and how that's created actually so much more ease for me in handling all of the things. So, for example, one of the things I started doing is cleaning out this office space and then cleaning out the barn, actually, like going through all of my horse tack and equipment in the barn, getting, I found some things that I forgot that I had that I actually can use right now, and cleaning it all out, organizing it into a different area, creating more space and more like, and that feeling of when you just go through things and you have like a deep exhale and you're like, oh my God, this is so great now. Hi, Rabia. Thank you so much. This is so great now. And that's what's been showing up. Now, but I'm doing it different than I've ever done it before. So I've cleaned out my tack room before. It hasn't been for a few years. Hi, Lori. But normally when I clean it out, I do it from a different space. I do it from like control. Like I need to get this done right now. And like forcing it and efforting it. And then it just isn't usually really that much fun. And anything done from force and effort is actually not that much fun. And usually you're doing it from the energy of trying to control everything. So this time is different, and it's actually taken me probably like 2 weeks, I would say, to get this area complete. but it's been with ease. And like literally me just picking away at it every 15 minutes here, 20 minutes here, like when I have time, like almost when I'm in the barn and it's like, oh, I'm going to go clean this part of the tack room now. And I'll just go and do it. And I get it done so much quicker. I'm like always amazed at what I can actually get done in such a short amount of time. That is when you start to let go of controlling things. It takes a lot of energy to hold conclusions in place in your life and to force things. Oh, hey, hi, Dad. Hi, Nana and Papa. It takes so much energy to keep your conclusions in place in your life. And so you have, all of a sudden, as you start to let go of control and you start to function from like awareness, like what you know, and listening to the energy of things, like the natural, like everything has a natural rhythm. The earth has natural cycles, like your day will have a cycle. When you go with the energy and with the cycle of things and you follow your awareness, you can start to have so much more ease with things and get them done faster. So that's what I kind of played with my tack room. And I didn't even realize that that's what I was doing until after it was done. And I'm like, man, this is so different for me. Normally I'm like, force an effort, get it done right away. And then I'm tired. And then I feel like I didn't do, no, it was from a totally different space this time. And it was like so much more ease that I've actually let it spill over into my house. So another thing that I started doing was cleaning out this one closet where I've kept like all of the paperwork, all of like the farm financial accounting stuff for the past, well, I cleaned out 2012. So for like 9 years, it was filled with this closet. And I'm like, I opened up this closet and I'm like, this needs to get organized. And so I just started. And within a half an hour, I had all the stuff cleaned out that we didn't need, because you only need to keep 6 years of files and paperwork. All the stuff that was older than 2014, so I kept 2014 to 2020. And it's ready, it's out, we're gonna burn it one of these days. We're actually getting an incinerator to start looking after burning some paper and cardboard and stuff. And then all of a sudden I had this space in this closet and I'm like, oh my God, what else can I put in this space? And so that actually led me to Trace and Helena's school stuff. Like all the stuff, we've kept a few things from every year from kindergarten. Now Trace is in grade 5, or is he in grade 6? He's in grade 5. Yes, 5. Oh my God, I can't even remember sometimes. And I just kind of had it all piled in this drawer, not really neatly organized. And I'm like, well, I'm going to take this out and I'm going to organize it into this closet. Boom, done. Like I didn't even think that I was going to do that day. Like literally this clearing, being willing to be out of control with everything going on, has just kind of led me to cleaning out my house, and like is really cool. So stress, and it's been not stressful at all. So stress typically comes from when we have, hey mom, when you have an expected outcome, or when you like think things need to be a certain way, or you need to like get a certain amount of things done, like you're doing it from control. And control often leads to stress, because you're stressing because you think you need to control everything to get it done. And so that, which doesn't lead to very much joy in your life, actually. So changing that. And so this has also changed for Travis. Now, he hasn't ran the clearing. He doesn't do clearings or anything, but he does live with me. And when I start to be different with him, he also just kind of energetically receives change. And if he's willing, he also has to be willing to choose it. So I can see where he would try to control the weather. Like he would fight the weather so much with farming. He would be so grumpy because he was trying to control the weather essentially. And he thought that the more angry he got with the weather, the more that it would allow him to control it. And it wasn't so. Like it created so much stress in his life, unbelievable amounts. And I can't tell you exactly what changed for him, But this last spray season was finally the first spray season where he let go, and he just let go of control, and he just allowed himself to spray when he could spray, what he could spray, and he quit trying to control everything. And way more ease and peace and joy in his life. And so if you are looking to let go of controlling things in your life, if you notice, if you're noticing the stress level is really high, like, what are you trying to control here? So when you actually get out of control, means you actually have access to more of your awareness. You are more in flow with the rhythm of the nature, with the rhythm of the energies that's going on around you. You're not trying to control them. You can tap into the energies of things and when things are required to be done. Because just because you think that something should be done at a certain time doesn't mean that's actually true. And so what I would often say to Travis, every year we always want to grow a bigger crop. And canola, canola is our cash crop. And we're like, man, what would it take to grow a 50 bushel canola crop? Like, we don't actually know, because we had it, before we hadn't grown one. We didn't know what it took to grow a 50 bushel canola crop. And then Travis would get himself all wound up and all in a stress tizzy because he couldn't get the canola sprayed within when the time was that he thought it should be sprayed because the weather wasn't cooperating. And I remember saying to him, like, hey, we don't know actually what it takes to grow a 50 bushel canola crop. And what if the canola crop, for it to be 50 bushels, doesn't actually need to be sprayed at this time when you think it should be? And he would be like, he was never rude to me, but I'm sure he would tell me to fuck off if he wanted to. Like, I think I got that energetically a few times when I would pop in with my thing for him, my wedgie. And then finally, he's like, okay, well, I'm going to do the best that I can do when I can do it. And I'm going to quit trying to control the weather. And I'm just going to go. And he did it. And this last, every year we've grown a bigger crop. Or not a bigger one every year, but it's always been good. It's always been enough. It's always been more than what's required for our farm to continue on. And so his willingness to quit controlling the weather has given him more ease in his life. A little more happy, a little more joy. And so if you are looking to let go of control, whatever you do, don't contact me. Anyway, this challenge I'm doing, we're just finishing up, but you can still maybe purchase the recordings if you would like to listen to the clearings and have a little taste for yourself. Also, getting your bars ran helps with changing the way you are energetically with things. Access bars is like the first class of access consciousness, and it's a body process, meaning somebody needs to put their hands on your body. For the bars, they put their hands on your head and run energy through different points, which allows you to basically defrag your hard drive and energetically reset and let go of this energetic control, baggage, whatever you have carrying around with you. So many people that I talk to after they have received a bar session just feel lighter. Like, they're just like, oh man, I feel so much lighter. Like, I'm floating now. They're not so weighed down, which also allows you to start to see you have another choice in how you're being. And so, yeah. So that's my chit chat for you today. Chris, oh my God, you're just joining and I'm just finishing up. You're going to have to watch the replay from the beginning. So thank you to everybody watching this now and in the future. And if you have any questions, send me a message on Facebook if you're interested in bars or this funny clearing statement that I was talking about. And if you got anything out of this video, I would be so grateful if you would share it. All right. Have an amazing rest of your day, guys. Bye-bye for now.